younger brother Jaden will come. Okay, so I'm Tom's younger sister Eileen. This is Alasa, number 2. And that's Joe, number 7. Number in between and not here. I'll do mine first and then you do yours. Okay, so first I want to honor Zai's heritage. So kia rana, manuela soifua, and g'day mate to everyone that's here this evening. I am Zai's self-proclaimed favorite auntie on Tom's side, and I have the opportunity to share a few words. For those of you who don't know, you might know now from the video, but Zai is number 2, is the second eldest grandchild on my other side, and he is the eldest male. And so, when he was younger, Faye explained a little bit. Faye would drop Zai off every morning, Monday to Friday, to mom and dad, and they would take care of him. And then in the evenings, Tom would pick him up after work. And so mom and dad spent a lot of time with Zai, and that was the time that they were able to bond, and they had this special relationship which they have now, but has grown a lot stronger along the years. And it's something different that all the other grandchildren didn't have, because they didn't grow up with mom and dad taking care of them. And so the reason why he has that big heart is because he was around mom and dad most of the time, and they were raising him, and he was blessed to be able to spend all that time with his grandparents. So I was the only one of the grandchildren that had that. And so because I was there, mom and dad's Monday to Friday, and we'll probably see him on the weekends because we always wanted to see him. He's only our second nephew or niece. So we enjoyed that. So Zai would come over, and I was always there. So me and Zai spent a lot of time together. We would watch Wiggles, and we also had a hobby together, which was shopping. And so when he was younger, and this was in his toddler years, I would get permission from Tom and Faye, can I take him? And then I would get his car seat, put it in the back of my yellow 2-door Toyota Celica, and then we would just go shopping. And if you didn't know, when you go shopping with Zai, it's a good idea to make sure that you do your shopping first before you do Zai's shopping, because once you do Zai's shopping, he's ready to go home and have a nap. And so I don't know if anything's changed, but yeah, me and Zai used to do a lot of that together. And there was this one time, because Tom said to share a memory, so my memory would be, we were going to the shops, and we were at Stocklands, and I had Zai on my lap, and we were in the bank. And the lady looked at me, and she said, no school today. And I was so offended at her, because one, I was in my early 20s, and I thought, how dare you think that I've got a child that's the same age as someone at school? But then secondly, and more importantly of why I was offended, was, how dare you think my nephew Isaiah would go to school when he's only 3 years old? And so Zai was, like you saw in the pictures, he had an afro, he had chubby cheeks, and he was quite chubby. And so at that time, I suppose he looked older than his age, and they mistaken him for someone that was at school when he was only 3 years old. And so I guess nothing has changed in that way, in the sense that he has grown and you're tall, you're handsome, but also that you've grown and that you're this gentle giant. And what comes with being bigger like that is your big heart. And so I think that's something that, when Faye said that when you grew up with mom and dad, that's something that you take, and that's something that has been shared, is the big heart that you have, but also, it's so annoying when you're trying to cry and you're trying to talk. But also when Faye was saying, when he would drop him off in the mornings, and he would bring him over, and I would wake up, hang out with him, and then when mom and dad would wake up, he would go to mom and dad. And I remember, I'll share one more memory. There was this one time where I must have worked late, and I came home, and I heard someone screaming and crying. I thought, oh my gosh, what's mom and dad doing? Only to find Zai on the stairs, like crying for mom and dad, only to realize mom and dad told me to look after him while they went out to the shops. And so he was sitting there crying, and I was blaming mom and dad, but it was on me. But I'm glad that Isaiah doesn't remember that memory. But yeah, so blessed that even now as well, that the big heart that you have extends to our children. Like, all my kids know who you are. And so my kids couldn't make it here. Paul, my husband Paul, Jaira, Jaziel, Hezekiah, Elisha, Nehemiah, and Nazareth couldn't make it to celebrate here in Maro. But I need you to picture them saying this, okay? This is from them. And I need you to hear it in the voice that they say it. When we're in the car, we're leaving your house, and the whole street can hear us. So this is from them. Happy birthday, Zai, we love you. Okay, bye.
Okay, so I'm Sar, as Eileen said, number 2. And I have quite a few memories, so I had them in like a memory bank, and obviously I had to get permission from Tammy to say which one I can say, because a lot of them are non-filtered ones, but that's okay, I picked a real goodie. So, okay, so I want to say happy birthday, Isaiah. You really have gone into such a great young man with a big heart. And Gianna was the one, so the two girls at the end was my daughter and Ella. So they couldn't be here today. And Azariah got his name out there. So we went to Samoa and we were swimming in the pool. Yeah, I had to. And we were swimming in the pool. And then Tammy must have just looked away. No neglect to you, Tammy. And she must have just turned an eye, and then Azariah went under. And, sorry, Azariah. Yeah, Isaiah, sorry. And Isaiah went under, and all I heard was Tum with this scream, you know, like it's a desperation scream. And I got straight into bloody, you know, Baywatch mode, you know, in my size 4 mankini. And I was like, where is he? So he went under, and she called me to go and get him. I'm pretty sure I was like 500 meters. But it was amazing because I was like a bullet, and I was there in no time. And then we picked him up, and you know what? Thank me later, okay? I saved you, and that's why you can say thank you very much. There's so many memories, but I won't bore you with all of them. But if you come and sit with me later tonight, I can tell you a few. But yeah, just happy birthday, and we're just blessed to be here. 21 years, that's awesome. You know, back in the day when I was 21, but anyway, yeah, happy birthday, Zoe, we love you. We love Tony and Fabian. Okay, I'm sitting over there.
She's also single. Although we're all family, sorry.
Kia ora, maro lava. Today, yeah, it's ready for this one, but just want to thank our Lord above for all these years and for the many ones to come. I want to thank Zai and my sister. We're very fortunate in that department. They've done a good job raising you and your sister up. Very good job. And yeah. Huh? I did say Fabian. I just give you a sit down. No, yeah, so they've done a good job, and we've come a long way. You know, you can consider him my little brother, because we called my mum the same thing for like a year when he was living with us. So as you know, I'm the youngest of 7, and Zai is the first wave of grandchildren. So Zai's pretty much the little brother that I never wanted. I mean, always wanted and never had. So till this day, I still look at that for what it is, and yeah. Advice? I don't know. You asking for advice? Well, I'm gonna give you some advice. I mean, 21 obviously looks very different to when I was 21. You know, these guys in the era of social media and whatnot. So my advice would be to don't be easily wavered and influenced from your peers and friends and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, you know, everyone's an influencer, everyone's an entrepreneur these days. I mean, everyone's a millionaire on social media, you know. So I don't indulge in that rubbish, but you guys, you got a good head on your shoulders, you know, and that's evident from being around mum and dad, and Jules as well. You know what I mean? She keeps you tame, and you're very lucky. So just want to say, yeah, happy 21st, 2021. I don't know if you can consider 21 a man. I don't know, 21, yeah. Even there already. Yeah? No, your balls dropped yet, or? Yeah, sorry. Well, yeah, can't happen in that department, bro. But anyway, all in all, it's nothing but love. You know, I love you very much. And, yeah, you're never too big for mum and dad. That's all I would say. Yeah, I said it to you last night. And if they ever give me the call, you know, I'm there. You know what I mean? But I love you very much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Yeah, nice to meet everyone as well. So, God bless.
Happy birthday, Azariah.